Okay, it's been about a week since I've done this, so I guess I best be back to work. When we last left off, I believe that we had just finished Chapter 1 of Red Twilight Dawning of Power. So, no need for an intro today, I guess. Chapter 2 begins on page 29, and I'm getting a lot of really weird glare, aren't I? Maybe I should just fix my lighting. Also, you'll notice I'm wearing my... Sorry, mirror image. Just got back from school, so I'm in my school uniform. I don't know why I felt the desire to show that off. Chapter 2, Struggle and Aftermath, begins on page 29. Jacob's eyes burn with divine rage that only a parent could understand. He squares himself off with one of the devils surrounding him. Tightening his grip on his pseudo-mace, he pulls back and takes his first swing furiously. Anger giving him strength well beyond that which a man of his age should have. The force of the blow flings the befouled creature away, toppling two more in the process. Heart filled with spite, Jacob drives the club into another's gut, then across his face, driving it to the ground. Struggling to hold on to his humanity, he whispers a prayer to himself. Consumed by a blood frenzy, he swings his club again and again into the swine after swine, shattering their bodies with most every attack. Clearing waves of his prey, he tries to catch a glimpse of his children in the mass carnage. Monster after monster falls beneath his fury until the waves thin out and he finds that his girls are nowhere in sight. Grief taking over for a moment, Jacob looks to one of his fallen nemesis and strikes several more times until his club cracks beyond the point of usefulness, at which time Jacob discards it and spits on the corpse. "Wait!" Snake yells. "I need you!" As Snake kicks the serpent woman's body off Larry, one of the undead monsters leaps at him. Snake crosses his arms to catch it against his chest, then places his gun under his chin and blows a hole through its head. He pushes the limp body off of himself, and shoots the next nearest one a number of times. She probably said numerous. Snake reloads his gun, and then pistol whips yet another attacker away. He swoops down, grabs Larry's revolver, and begins pissing lead over the battlefield. Three shots and the first drops. Two more than the next. An entire clip and a fourth falls. With no need for conservation, Snake hovers over Larry, passionately protecting his brother. He mercilessly shoots every rotting corpse to come within 6 feet of them, until he runs out of ammunition and is forced to pick up a chair and breaks it over the last skull. One shot, one kill, El thinks to himself, as he's blowing both heads off of the bartender with a single bullet from his jackal. Never be wasteful. Every movement counts. Nothing seems to escape El's eagle eyes. Zombies start leaping over the bar at him. El grabs the nearest one, bends it over the bar, and drives a steak knife from the table into his chest. He backhands a second to spin it around, then grabs its head with both hands and cracks its neck. The third comer he round kicks into the wine rack, impaling it with a secondary sidekick. El nears a girl. Nears, it should be hears. Oh. Ignore that I said that. El hears a girl scream, turns towards the sound, and spotting a monster carrying unnecessary conjunction. The sound, spotting a monster carrying a young girl. Raising his jackal, he attempts to snipe the fly man. Just in time, he spots his partner, Lacerty. El says over the ruckus, nodding at him. Lacerty nods in return, and continues his pursuit of the monster and the girl. El leaps back over the bar and tries to find a clean shot, but instead he is forced to shoot the eyes out of three other closer zombies. This clears a path to the pool table where El grabs a cue. Meanwhile, Lance runs at the door to save the girl. Lasserty runs to the door to save the girl, but he is met instead with an unmovable object as the iron doors slam on him. Lasserty looks at El disappointed. El clutches a glance and nods in understanding. Nothing Lasserty can do now but resume his primary objective of protecting El, as if either of them needed protection. Lasserty picks up two nearby zombies and smashes them against one another before commencing to pound the group into submission with his bare hands. El cracks his wrist. El cracks his erstwhile staff over one foe's head and stabs another with the pointed end of the other half. He swings the bow between two with a clean strike to one and a rebound to topple the other before him, and finally smoothly smashes another, cracking its neck. Having little experience fighting, Trash grabs a bar stool like a lion tamer, thrusts it at a group of the undead. One corpse grabs the stool away, but Spooky shatters a beer bottle over its head. Eat shit, motherfucker, Spooky shouts at the fallen monster. Onad gathers before them, growling and barking like a rabid beast. Spooky lights a new cigarette on a candle and raises his defenses. Trash looks at him. Think it'll work 4 more times? She turns her attention back on the enclosing swarm. She nimbly leaps away from the creatures. She nimbly leaps away as the creatures start diving at them. One grips Spooky's leg, and he brings his foot up and stomps on it, collapsing its skull. What do you say we find out? Spooky says through his teeth as he dances around the monsters. The two of them practically run circles around the zombies until they knock themselves out. Good thing they're not very smart. In those minutes which felt like hours, the various groups fell the beast. Snake grabs Larry's arms and pulls him to his feet. That bitch broke my damn shoulder, Larry curses. It's not a bitch, Snake says, pointing at her. It's a, He pauses as he looks at it. Okay, it's a snake bitch. I don't care what it is. 10 minutes ago I was jerking off to it. Now I'm covered in blood and piss and I can't move my arm. Larry speaks in fluster. Your shoulder's not broken. How do you know? Larry argues. Are you the doc now? Can you move it? Snake asks, raising his voice slightly. Yes. Then it's not broken. Snake swoops down and grabs Larry's glasses. What is this? Snake holds them out to their owner. I don't know. Do you know why you don't know? Snake asks, leaning into him. Because I dropped my glasses and I can't see. I know, I'm holding them. Get back, please, Larry says. I can't. Snake protests. They're broken. Okay, I'll go out to the car and get the other pair. No. Why not? I can't fucking see. You broke that pair while we were in Chicago, Snake explains. Larry leans in, aggravated. Then why didn't we get them fixed in Chicago? We were kind of on a time restraint. Snake grabs his shoulder. Fuck! Larry yells. Stop shouting. Snake pokes his brother in the nose. A friendly gesture that he does to settle Larry down. Okay, Snake says, relenting. I'll go get someone to bandage that shoulder up. Snake lets go of him. Take off your coat. Larry nods, takes off his coat, and unbuttons his shirt. He rubs his arm and notices that it's swollen and bleeding a yellowish green. Like a burn sometimes would. Trash and Spooky join up with Ellen Lasty. What the fuck just happened? Trash Slump asks, jumping up and down, both scared and excited. Spooky shakes his head. Those things sure weren't human. Pour a pistol on the others, Trash orders. Quiet. Elle looks around, noticing something's not quite right, rather than the obvious. Elle and Lassie have both seen war. They have both seen fighting, and they have both known death. But the stillness and silence and the lack of blood on the ground hints at something. Freshly dead bodies don't look like that. Elle kneels down to examine one closer. He states calmly, I think they're playing possum on us. Jacob walks towards Snake and Larry. He asks, is that man hurt? Snake points aggressively and says, are you a fucking doctor? Jacob shakes his head. No, I'm a fucking priest. Snake shakes his head in disappointment and covers his eyes with one hand and asks, the fucking faggot kind? Nope. Jacob boldly stands shoulder to shoulder with Snake. The real thing. A mean motherfucking servant of God. Listen, Father, Snake says, my brother got bit. It looks pretty bad to me. Snake sounds scared, but is putting on a strong face. What is his name? Larry. Yours? Snake. Then let's take a look. I'm running out of time. Jacob kneels in front of Larry, who's clutching at his arm in agony. Jacob pulls Larry's shirt out of the way and examines the wound. He looks at the serpent woman on the ground. The doctor pulls up on Larry's lips and then looks at one of his eyes. The holy man sighs with another sigh to that his children know well, has many meanings, none of them pleasant. Is that what bit you? Jacob asks Larry. Larry nods, looking drunk on pain. Snake looks at Jacob with concern. What do you think? It's a puncture wound. It's gonna bleed like hell. Jacob looks at the snake woman again. I once found a whole damn nest of snakes like that one. Lift up my arms and my legs real good. Did you know what my old lady did to make the swelling stop? Jacob asked. He explains. She poured vinegar all over the bites. Maybe the most rank smell I have ever known. But it ate the venom right out of me. Go find me some and I'll fix up your brother in a jiffy. Snake nods. For the first time in a long time he feels gratitude towards someone. Snake! Jacob yells as he's walking away. Yes, Father? There's one more thing I need. I came here with my children, and I think they're still here somewhere. After I help you, I want you to help me. Jacob pleads. Snake nods. I will, Father. Lance. My name is Lance, he calls out. Snake nods and offers a smug look. All right, Lance. Okay, I have less than a minute left on my tape, so I gotta let you go here. We're on page 34. We're on the 5th paragraph. I'm gonna have to remember that for later. Anyway, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.